Hello guys, in today's video we're going to check out the best mics for large hand. I made this list based on my personal opinion and I tried to list them based on their price, quality, durability and more. Number 5. Razer Death Adder V2. The Razer Death Adder V2 improves on everything we love about the Death Adder Elite, itself one of the best gaming mice and one that has been around since 2016 in various forms. But is the Death Adder V2, with its improved optical sensor, more durable left and right mouse buttons and a smoother scroll wheel, one of the best mice money can buy? Yes. The left and right mouse buttons are more durable than the Elite 2. They're optical rather than mechanical. They use an infrared light beam to register clicks, which means they should deliver fewer misclicks, lower latency, and have a longer life. Razer reckons they'll last 70 million clicks rather than the 50 million for the Death Adder Elite. The Death Adder Elite has segmented thumb rests on either side of the mouse with edges that clearly separate them from the rest of the side panel. On the V2 there's less separation, and with raised pimpled portions on the panel instead, they're still grippy but it looks much slicker. Without seams to separate them, dirt build-up is less of a concern too. If you want the absolute best version of Razer's most reliable wired mouse, this is it. If you want to save a bit of cash, then you still can't go wrong with the older model. Number 4. Razer Viper Ultralight. Sometimes it's only clear how far we've come when you spend a moment looking back, and that's definitely the case with the Razer Viper. A decade ago, getting anything beyond 3200 dpi, dots per inch, or how fast your cursor can move, was good going. Now we're averaging 10 times that kind of speed, and the Viper's just upped the ante again. The Razer Viper is an ambidextrous gaming mouse. It technically has 8 buttons, but that includes 2 side buttons on both the left and right, and the aforementioned DPI profile switch underneath, so it's really the standard 5-button form factor. The buttons have a good click and are well placed, but nothing about them is new or exciting until you look under the hood. The 2 primary clicks feature a new type of hybrid optical mechanical switch. In effect, clicking the mouse opens up a path for a laser to actuate the input signal. According to Razer, what it calls the Razer optical switch does 2 things. First, it shaves a few fractions of a millisecond off the time it takes for your PC to register a click by removing the debounce delay, a feature that prevents double clicks in mechanical mice. In general though, the Viper has great components and feels very well constructed. It features Razer's 5G optical sensor, which can track accurately at up to 16,000 dpi. Its matte plastic base and textured grips on either side feel good in hand and help you keep your position. Number 3. Microsoft Pro IntelliMouse. The Pro IntelliMouse is the same ergonomic shape inspired by the 1996 IntelliMouse Explorer 3.0, hand sculpted for a natural fit in your palm. I've been using it daily non-stop for the past 3 weeks and find it to be one of the most immediately comfortable mice I've ever used. Another improvement Microsoft has made can be found in the cable, which is now a modernized braided fabric instead of the very unruly rubber material Microsoft used in the 2018 classic version. The braided cable won't fight against you for control of the mouse, unlike more taut materials, making it almost feel as liberating to move as a wireless mouse. The runners underneath are a very smooth, glossy material with an ever so subtle curvature that allows the mouse freedom to glide on any surface. The eye of the mouse is manufactured by PixArt and codenamed PAW3389 Pro MS, which indicates some sort of customization involved from Microsoft's side. However, the sensor works exactly as a standard PMW3389 would, at least from what I could measure. This sensor is great and what you would expect from a high-end optical sensor: raw, snappy and pinpoint accurate. Microsoft's Pro IntelliMouse meets those needs. Its lack of features makes it a hard sell for gamers or professionals alone, but if you're truly part of both camps, the Pro IntelliMouse is the do-it-all mouse you've long needed. Number 2. Glorious Model O. One of the most impressive gaming mice for large hands in the last few years has been the Glorious Model O. This is not a release from one of the big name brands, but with its design, performance and value for the price, it has impressed everyone. If you want to talk about the Glorious Model O's shape, you'll see that it's rather safe, with the ambidextrous design, not something pretty interesting or ergonomic, just the simple mouse shape with a gradual slope. The Glorious Model O is available in both black and white with glossy and matte finishes. All of the designs look pretty good, but I prefer the white matte version for better grip, since I don't like glossy mice. The first impression when holding this mouse is pretty interesting because it's extremely light and glides on my mouse pad. I also felt pretty comfortable with its neutral shape, and I reckon left-handed players won't have any complaints. For switches, it's equipped with Omron switches that are the most durable in the market and provide a pretty satisfying click. To deliver the performance needed for gaming, it's equipped with a 3360 sensor, which is the industry gold standard these days. However, it's also so flawlessly implemented here to deliver superior precision without any jittering or acceleration. Just a pure performance that's precise and just how you put it. Number 1. BenQ Zowie FK1 Plus. With the introduction of the FK series, Zowie brought some simplistic, ambidextrous shapes to the market. These no-nonsense mice are built to be fit for purpose without sacrificing performance. Here we have the BenQ Zowie FK1 Plus gaming mouse, which has been developed with the help of some esports professionals. The FK1 Plus mouse delivers a comfortable shape that fits nicely in any hand and features the PMW 3310 optical sensor, which gives a reliable and accurate gaming experience across a lot of different gaming titles. The strength of Zowie mice isn't just in the build quality, but also in the variety of available shapes for gamers. The FK1 Plus offers slightly bigger dimensions than the FK1 and FK2, and despite being ambidextrous, is still a highly comfortable mouse. Zowie seems to base the color scheme on product boxes to match the color of the mouse inside, and with the FK1 Plus, it's no different. Zowie is the king of variety, and the FK1 Plus is the biggest option in the FK series. The FK1 Plus is 12.8cm long, which is about 1cm longer than the wired Logitech G Pro, but the same length as the FK1 and EC1. The width is 1mm more than the FK1 and 5mm more than the wired G Pro, but it doesn't feel wide in the hand and it always felt comfortable to grip. If you'd prefer a right-handed alternative, then the EC series is worth checking out, but for a top-of-the-line ambidextrous mouse, the FK1 Plus is one of the best. Buying guide. Firstly, DPI. Every mouse in the market will have its DPI rating, regardless of whether it's a gaming mouse or your normal office mouse. The higher the DPI rating of a mouse, the less movement it takes you to move the cursor on the screen. Simply put, the higher the sensitivity, the higher the speed. Most gamers, on the other hand, play with the DPI range spanning from 800 to 1600, but then again some swear by higher settings. It's all dependent on the game you're playing and what kind of performance you need. There are a lot of gaming mice out there that allow you to change DPI settings on the fly. Secondly, polling rate. Another key spec you'll see reported for mice is the polling rate. This is a figure measured in Hertz or Hz that shows how many times each second that mouse reports its position to the computer. A higher number means greater accuracy and smoother movement, at least in theory. The leap from 500 Hz to 1000 Hz may sound large, but in reality it's a move from 2 milliseconds to 1 millisecond, and it's unlikely your eyes will even notice. Thirdly, wired or wireless. In the last few years, wireless peripherals have risen in prominence, and they are a convenient choice for gamers these days. I've even started using them casually, and they feel pretty good. However, a lot of gamers swear that they'll never replace a wired mouse with a wireless one due to reliability. I know that a lot of gamers are afraid about input lag, battery life and other issues that may occur in wireless mice, but I have to say that they are the future. While the market today is still predominant with wired models, in a few years we'll see them become more rare.